the point of view. Tonight, we're telling you the inside story, or giving the insights of what happened here on Tuesday. It actually started at the National Security Head Office, and as Caleb has described, there's a National Security Ministry building and then a National Security building next to it. He had gone there to take photos of some white Chevys. On his way out, he also did a short video of some other cars. An operative sees him and raises an alarm. He's arrested and brutalized by first the men who were with Azugu, and later on by the man who you call what?
Colonel Ajiman.
He was in green.
He was in green.
And he asked you to kneel down.
He asked me to kneel down.
And this was outside?
Yes.
Under the mango tree?
Under the mango tree.
And then he slapped you?
Kicked me in the lungs.
When he left, what happened?
So by this time, he had emboldened them to manhandle me. So we went back into the office that has Azugu there. So the boys was like, and there will be this throw. What? No. And another guy comes, and someone, just like their hands are so big and thick. One hit is like murderous. So by this time, they wanted to come and pick Zoe. And so they said like, where's Studio Next? And I tell them it's in the office, and I was in cuffs all the time.
So they are chatting with Zoe, who thinks she's chatting with you.
Yes.
And they are coming here to pick her up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then they come with like 3 pickups, and I was in one. There were 2 guys by me, one here, one here. This guy sounds a bit reasonable. I didn't know best. I was trying to explain to him. I said, "No, we'll be there for more person." And that's how we're trying to have a rapport, thinking that things will ease up. And the guy here, oh my God. Then so we got here.
You were flanked by the 2 of them.
The 2 of them.
When you tried to explain what you were doing, are you saying you didn't understand, or he wouldn't listen? What were they saying to you in the car when you were coming?
Yes. So then the gentleman, he's fairer. He's fair. He was a bit more calmer and all, but he was just trying to say that the media is causing problem for the system and all that kind of thing. And the guy in plain clothes who was chatting Zoe was in the front seat, and then he kept engaging me here and there. So while we were coming, they came with one of the cars ahead with the strobe lights. And
so whilst you are saying this, we'll now show you those images. So Caleb is in one of the pickups that are parked on the screen you're seeing. So then Zoe is standing outside on the phone. Who are you talking to? Were you on the phone?
Yeah, I was talking to someone else.
You were talking to somebody else. Yeah. So you had left where we were and you were talking on the phone.
Yes.
So when they came, they knew it was Zoe, or you told them this was Zoe?
They asked me if that's her. In fact, they said, "Oh, yeah, no." Some of them know us. So
they saw you on TV.
So the moment they saw her, they knew that was her. And for me, because she was on her phone and I suspected they were engaging her, I felt she was actually out because of them. And when we got here, I was in the cuff, and everybody rushed in. I was like, "Let me stay in the cuff." She said, "No, I
wanted to embarrass you."
They just brought me down for everybody to see that I was in cuffs. And the neighborhood, people just came around.
Yeah, but people see you in cuffs doesn't necessarily mean you've done anything wrong. So I'm like, if I had caused one of the serious judgment deaths in this country, they beat me that way, I felt that handcuff, I would have understood. But I have friends from Legon who are still unemployed, and there are cars here, and I hear that these cars are still there. I'm like, okay, let's go and see if it's still there or not. So that's your crime. Let's continue the story. So you are standing outside. Obviously, you've been pointed out. What happened?
Okay, so before that, I received videos from Caleb at 2:34 p.m. and I saw it around 2:52. And because I already knew about his earlier post and what it brought about, when I saw it, I was like, "Oh wow, it's still there." And he says, "Yes, where are you now?" At this point, I thought I was chatting him. And I told him where I was. I said, Studio Annex. Then the next thing that came is, "I'm hungry. Let's find some food to eat. Let's go and find something to eat." And then...
Presumably to lure you out of the office.
That was the intention. So if I had said, "Okay, where?" Once the person told me where I was supposed to come, they would have picked me up from there.
But this time, you didn't know who you were chatting to.
I didn't know.
You thought it was Caleb.
So I received a call from Richard Mensah, OJ, and he says, "Zoe, where are you?" I said, "I'm here." He came. He said, "Did Caleb send you anything?" I said, "Yes." He says he's been arrested. I said, "Oh, wow." And that is how come I was able to make sense of the message I received. Because Caleb and I are very good friends, even on social media. I mean, but not to the extent of let's go and find something to eat. You get it? So that raised eyebrows. So I exclaimed, "Hey, where you dey?" And he says, "On my way to the office." And I said, "Okay, get here and let's talk." And the person says, "Okay." At this point, they realized that I didn't answer the way they wanted. So they called me using Caleb's phone. So the person calls and says, "Hey, I'm so-and-so, Director of Operations, National Security. We need you to come here now." And I said, "Come here for what? What is my crime? What have I done?" And he says, and I said, "I can't come there because I have superiors, I have bosses. You have to let them know because once," and he said, "Oh, your colleague Caleb is here and we have checked on his phone and we have realized that he sent you some video. So we need you here for question." And I said, "Okay, that's fine. Let me get to my bosses and then I'll revert." The person was calm on the phone. He says, "Okay." So I hung up, called Richard Mensah. "Why?" He said, "The people have called me. They use Caleb's phone." He says, "Oh, but these people, I told them DSP Azubu is dealing with me. So they should, deal with me on that level." So he says, "Call them back and tell them that I'll deal with DSP Azubu." So I called back. There was no response. I went to the cafeteria to eat. And that is when I met you and Samens there. So I got a call, and then I walked out to the car park to receive the call, so I stopped eating. So it was at that point that I saw 3 police vehicles, top speed, coming. They just parked. There she is. Oh, no. And he just walked to me.
Who is this he? Is there a policeman?
No, he was plainclothes.
Plainclothes, in mask as well?
Yes, and he was the leader of the group. And he says, "Okay, I was the one chatting with you." I was like, "Okay, give me your phone." So he seized my phone immediately.
He snatched your phone?
Yes.
Whilst you were standing outside?
Outside. So I told the person, "I'll call you back." I just hung up and he took my phone from me. Then I heard someone say, "Catch her, arrest her." And I was like, "For what?" Then I heard that.
If it's the phone you're looking for, you have the phone. Okay.
Then someone called the gun. I was scared at that point.
He cocked the gun?
Yes. I got scared at that point. And because I knew you and Samens were at the cafeteria, I immediately ran to the place. So they were chasing me there. So it actually chased me there. Someone had to use the back because he thought maybe I was going so that they'll catch me. So that is when I got there and Samens says I should sit down. And so he picked it up from there. And so that is what happened.
Wow. This is still the point of view. We're trying to give you the story from our side, what happened. Caleb Kuda and Zoe Abu Beidu. So this is around 3 something.
Yeah, this was around 3.
So then, of course, viewers, we've explained to you that Samens, myself, Richard Mensah, and Anas Seidu went with Zoe in our vehicle to the National Security place. So they drove back with you there. Yeah. Okay. Now, of course, when we got back there, you need to explain what happened, right? Okay. Because we went to Azugu's office and spoke to him.
Yes.
And after the discussion, it was our understanding that this is not anything serious. But he said you had to go to his superior before they would release you. Which was when they said that we should not follow. Because I was with Samens walking with Zoe and they said, now Zoe has to go to the superior, which is the gentleman I believe you were with.
So we're actually walking to the superior, and the others were calm. And then he said, "Why is she not in handcuffs?"
Who said this?
This is the Colonel Ajimai I later got to find out, his name.
Why is she not
in handcuffs? Why is she? Follow me. So when you and Samens were following, then he said, "I don't want the others. Let the lady follow me alone." So then I moved, followed him. At this point, I had to keep calm and maintain my composure. And then I walked in there, and Caleb was seated there. They asked me to sit down. Details, my name, my contact, where I was coming from, timing, and all that. So I did that. So the Colonel Ajimai instructed them to do that and told them that when I am done, they should bring me up. So there was a lady at the front desk who took the details, and as